Hello, welcome to the Daily Bible Podcast. My name is William Hemsworth. Thank you so much for joining me for today's show. Well, today's an exciting time for the Daily Bible Podcast because today we are finishing Matthew chapter 13. So today we're going to cover Matthew chapter 13, verses 53 through 58 today. And those verses say, "And when Jesus had finished these parables, he went away from there. And coming to his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, so that they were astonished and said, 'Where did this man get this wisdom and these mighty works? Is not this the carpenter's son? Is not his mother called Mary? And are not his brethren James and Joseph and Simon and Judas? And are not all his sisters with us? Where then did this man get all this?' And they took offense at him. But Jesus said to them, 'A prophet is not without honor except in his own country and in his own house.' And he did not do many mighty works there because of their lack of unbelief." So very interesting words by Jesus today. So Jesus is in Nazareth here, and they can't get past Jesus. They can't get past seeing Jesus as just a man, as this little boy running around Nazareth with Saint Joseph, who's mentioned here as the carpenter's son, his brethren, which are his cousins, according to tradition, because there was no word in Hebrew or ancient Greek for blood brother. It was adelphoi, which could have meant brother, cousin, etc. It had a broader meaning. So very, very interesting words today. See, Jesus was not the first prophet who was rejected in his own country. This also happened to the prophet Jeremiah in Jeremiah chapter 12. And their lack of faith was really astounding. You see, lack of faith blinds people to what the truth may be. These people knew the Messiah. They knew Jesus from the time that he was a child. But they couldn't see. They couldn't see who he really was. They were caught up in seeing him as this child, this man that they had seen all these years. So let me ask you guys a question, because it applies to us too. It definitely does apply to us as well. How are we treating Jesus? Have we heard about Jesus so much that we just kind of say, "Oh, okay, great. He fed 5,000 people. He died on the cross. That's great. That's awesome." It's kind of haphazard about it. We hear these stories so much that they become stories. They're not something that's lived. They're not something that we should grasp onto and search out and say, "Oh my gosh, the divine Son of God walked among us. He died on the cross for my sin. What an awesome story." You see, it's more than a story. It's fact. Sources outside of the Bible, Josephus, Tactanius, all these guys, wrote about the fact that Jesus died on the cross. And to this day, they have not found his bones. Christianity is the easiest religion in the world to discredit. Just show me the bones of Jesus. No one has been able to do it. The lives of the disciples changed. They died. They didn't die for a lie. There wasn't some mass hallucination. How are we treating Jesus? Are we treating him like those people in his home country? Or are we treating him as he should be treated? Thank you for joining me in this episode of the Daily Bible Podcast. Join me tomorrow. We start chapter 14. Thank you for joining me each and every day. God bless you.